let's start out with this.
I love everybody.
The Milwaukee Bucks have traded Giannis Antetokounmpo to the Miami Heat. And this isn't just about Giannis, all right? This is healing taking place. This is healing because, see, we missed out on Kevin Durant. We missed out on Kevin Durant again. We missed out on Kyrie Irving. We missed out on Kyrie Irving again. We missed out on James Harden. We missed out on Donovan Mitchell. We missed out on Bradley Beal. And now we signed Giannis Antetokounmpo. Obviously, he said he was going to the Miami Heat. He would re-sign, so he's going to end up signing an extension. We get him and Bobby Portis for Tyler Hero, Khalil Ware, Jaime Jaquez, Kasper's Jack, 3 first-round picks, 1 pick swap, and a second-rounder. Now, the window is going to be open up for Bobby Portis to obviously be moved elsewhere. I believe he's up for a contract as well. You get Giannis, and you're going to hear everybody saying, oh, the Miami Heat gave up too much for Giannis. Y'all have been telling us since, 2019 when Jimmy Butler signed here that Miami has nothing to offer. Yet we ended up with 2 NBA Finals appearances. So now the fact that we got Giannis for all of this, you're going to tell us it's not worth anything. Stop it. Stop it. And what makes it even better is we swiped him away from the Boston Celtics. And now Brad Stevens got to look at his mans in the eye and say, look, we're not going to keep you anyway. So Jaylen Brown is probably going to be on the move. That's going to tear things up in Boston. And it's a good chance that Derek White could be on the move. I've seen a lot of things, about Derek White being on the move. So look for that to happen possibly. So I just, once again, I got to say,
I love everybody.
I feel amazing. I feel good. I feel great. Now, the Heat are sending Milwaukee Bucks unprotected first rounders in 31, 33, along with number 13, a pick swap in 30 and 33 second rounder. The trade does not include any additional teams. It is a one-on-one move, sources said, but both the Heat and the Bucks will execute the deal on July 6th, which leaves the framework open to see if the opportunities expand. Now, one thing I do want to bring up. Earlier at the trade deadline, everybody was saying Giannis was going to be on the move to Miami, potentially. Milwaukee backed out of the deal. The framework was set up for Miami to go after Giannis and then pivot and go after Ja Morant. If that happens, who knows? But here's what we're looking at. We're looking at Bam Adebayo, Giannis Antetokounmpo. As it stands, Bobby Portis will be in the mix. Then you have Andrew Wiggins. You have Norman Powell. You have Davion Mitchell. You have Pelle Larson. You got a couple other pieces still there. But as it stands right now, I mean, Pat Riley said he was going to get a whale. He got one. He got one. Okay. Let's see what this roster looks like right now, because they just did a bunch of moves. So half the dudes that were on this roster aren't even there more. So Ware's gone. Jaquez is gone. You still got Larson. You still got Mitchell. You still got Fontecchio, Drew Smith, Wiggins, Norman Powell. You kept Jovic. I mean, I guess that's the win or something like that, right? But one thing that I do like about this deal is the Bobby Portis aspect, because you still have time to flip him before July 6th. That is one of the big things. You have an opportunity to flip him before July 6th. Shams reports Heat president Pat Riley now makes his long anticipated new landmark acquisition, with Antetokounmpo joining elite Miami pickups such as LeBron, Shaq, Chris Bosh, Lonzo Mourning, and Jimmy Butler over the past 30-plus years. Riley will pair the 2-time NBA MVP and 2021 Finals MVP with Bam Adebayo to lead contention in the Eastern Conference. After informing teams that they are open for business at the NBA Draft Combine in May, Bucks general manager John Horst landed a haul with the Heat's offer that brings high-level starting rotation players and young talent, as well as significant draft capital. Now, one thing that I would like to point out is just earlier today, they were saying that Pat Riley didn't have it anymore, and they had more faith in Brad Stevens to get the deal done. We'll talk about, let's go to Chris Haynes. Let's go to Chris Haynes. Because he was saying something not too long ago that Giannis didn't even want to go to Miami. Look at this dude. Milwaukee Bucks are trading superstar Giannis. League sources tell me. All right, bro. Let's see. Where is it at? Here we go.
Milwaukee We have our resident insider right here on the couch. So, C. Haynes, what can you tell us about the latest?
Well, from what I'm hearing, it sounds like the Boston Celtics are the front runners to land Giannis Antetokounmpo. The expectation, the belief is that a deal will be done by the draft. And the owner for the Milwaukee Bucks, they said this a couple months ago. They said they were looking to do so. And I would say probably about a couple of weeks ago, teams were starting to hear some intel about how the Bucks might even take this past the draft and go on into free agency. But over the last 48 hours or so, I think that has changed. And from what I'm hearing from all accounts, is that the Milwaukee Bucks are ready to make a move. I can expect something to be done by the end of the day. But if not today, most definitely on the day of the draft. And right now I'm hearing the Boston Celtics, not the Miami Heat, are the favorites to land him in a trade.
Potential.
Did he say Boston?
Why?
I mean,
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
so he said all that, went to great lengths to say, you know what? First of all, there's another clip, but he did say Giannis didn't even really want to go to Miami. That was not his first choice. His first choice was Boston and all this other stuff. After weeks ago saying Giannis loved the sun. He wanted the no taxes. So he flip-flopped at the last minute and then he flip-flopped again. That's cool. You got it, bro. But look, I mean, everybody was literally saying, let me see, Rand. Yeah, everybody was literally saying, you know what? It's over with. Boston got it. Now the Boston Celtics gotta look at Jaylen Brown. But let's start with Giannis real quick, because this is about him. Now, he is. Let me see. How old is he? What is he? So he's gonna be 32. He's going to be 32, 13 years in the league. Last season, he put up 27 points, 9.8 rebounds, 5.4 assists, 62, 33, 65 splits. Only played 36 games. He's been, riddled with injuries the past couple years. But one thing that I like about him being in Miami, obviously, I mean, I'm a Heat fan, but one thing I like about him being in Miami is Miami has experience dealing with aging superstars, and they also know how to develop players. So they're going to build pieces around him that know how to play the game at a high level. They know how to play the game at a high level with high stakes. I would consider Gabe Vincent could be coming back possibly if you go look at that route, right? Pair him up with Davion Mitchell in the backcourt. You keep Wiggins. Do you keep Powell? Which one do you put in a deal to go after John Morant? Do you actually pivot, make another move, go get Kawhi Leonard? There are so many different ways this can go for the Miami Heat, because you got to keep in mind, you don't have to pay Tyler Hero. You don't have to pay Jaime Jaquez. He's going to be coming off his rookie deal sometime soon. So I like this deal for Miami in all facets of it. In all facets. I'm so hyped. I'm already twisted up, but in all facets of it, I like the move for the Miami Heat, because going throughout the rest of the summer, you still have flexibility, especially with the sixth not even being here. You can make some calls, make some deals on the side, see what can happen. Now, let's talk about Jaylen Brown, because what do we do now? Jaylen Brown had a career year. First of all, without Jason Tatum, 71 games last year. They end up number 3 in the Eastern Conference. 28.7 points a game, 6.9 rebounds, 5 assists, 47.7% from the field, 34-79 splits. I mean, top 6 in MVP, All-Star, NBA All-Second Team. When you look at the playoffs, obviously they lose to Philly, but I mean, the man still put up 25, 3, almost 6. Shot decent from the field. His effective field goal percentage is around 51.4. So you're still looking at a finals MVP. I think we lose sight of that. He is a finals MVP that you just told you didn't value as much as Giannis Antetokounmpo. Albeit that is Giannis. Still, the pride that Jaylen Brown has, Brad Stevens is going to have some conversations if he plans on bringing him back. If he doesn't, he's got to move him quickly. That's where you pivot and you say, all right, Jaylen Brown, maybe for Kawhi. Jaylen Brown, John Morant. Jaylen Brown, I mean, I heard they were looking at Trey Murphy. Make that deal, right? See what you can get out of the Pelicans. But bringing Jaylen Brown back into the fold may not be the wisest decision right now. Because if you haven't been paying attention, Jaylen Brown has been very vocal on social media. To think that he's going to just forget about all this and walk back into that locker room, no can do. No way. No way. No way. And look, everybody made a big deal about it. His comments with Jason Tatum, including myself. But when you think about it, he should feel that he can be the guy. He should feel that he can run his own team, have his own organization. I would keep eye on a team like the Atlanta Hawks as well, because they have Jalen Johnson. They have, Dyson Daniels. They have options there. Maybe you can go that route. I don't know. But it'll be interesting to see how they handle him coming back into the fold. But like I said, man, Giannis Antetokounmpo is in South Beach. Shout out to Pat Riley, man. Shout out to Pat Riley, back in his bag. And the Celtics didn't get him.
I love everybody.
That's one more for the good guys. Welcome to the Miami Heat, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I'm tired of being humble. I'm tired of letting people think they got a chance. This is my show.